Hey everybody, welcome to TIW Podcast. I'm Eric, and today I watched WWE Monday Night Raw, episode 1385, which was broadcast on December 9th, 2019. So we start this episode with the divorce paperwork signing between Lana and Rusev, but Rusev doesn't sign because instead he wants a match against Bobby Lashley, so we'll have that at TLC next Sunday, this Sunday. It's this week. Wow. Kevin Owens goes to look for AOP. Rey Mysterio gives him a pipe. It becomes pretty useful a little bit later on. Matt Hardy faces Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre wins, I think. I assume he won. I think I heard his music at the end. I lost focus during that match for whatever reason. Backstage, Charlotte approaches Becky for help with the Kabuki Warriors, but Becky says, "Nah, I have my own score to settle. I've got an old score to settle. I have an old score to settle, or a debt to be paid." That's what she says. I'm owed a debt or whatever. I don't know. She said a couple of times. Anyway, Viking Raiders come out. They have an open challenge. It is answered by the Street Profits, but they win via the Viking Experience. And then Seth comes out, and Kevin Owens comes out as well. And where are they? Is this an ambush or whatever? Sami Zayn arrives with Mojo Rawley. And Seth leaves, and then Sammy comes out with Mojo Rawley, announces that they are twins, and then they go on their way and go sign some fans' autographs. I don't remember what happened in this part. Mojo, backstage, Kevin Owens, Mojo was being a smartass, like, "Oh, you went that way," and he pointed in two directions, and then Kevin smacks him into the wall. He says, "You just went that way," and I thought that was pretty funny and fun for him to do that in response to that smartassery. Okay, anyway. We had Aleister Black versus Akira Tozawa. Aleister Black destroyed Tozawa with the black mass. Oh, man. And a huge, rising knee into Tozawa as he hit that missile suicide dive, which is, so impressive on its own. But then to take a knee right into the chest, ouch. We get a quick video title graphic thing. Liv Morgan makeover coming soon. The makeover, whatever it is. Hopefully it's not an Emelina situation. And then she, I think it would be pretty cool if she comes and she's just super badass and destroys everybody and wins championship and all that kind of stuff. Just totally derail everything else that's going on in the women's division with Liv Morgan just being awesome. But I don't know. We'll see. Andrade versus Humberto. Humberto gets a win thanks to a miscommunication with Zelina Vega. Andrade is yelling at her afterwards, and then there's an online exclusive with them arguing backstage, and Zelina insists that everything's fine. There's just miscommunication. That everything's okay. So obviously everything is not okay. Super impressive. Okay, this match, these two guys are freaking awesome. There's a springboard spiral arm drag thing that Humberto did that was it was like he paused in midair before latching on to get to get that arm drag. It was incredible. But and then right after that, he hits the moonsault to the outside. Humberto's so good. Andrade's so good. Oh, if these two are fighting every week for the next month, I'm totally fine with that. And maybe Zelina will abandon Andrade and go with Humberto and Rey Mysterio, and Andrade will have to fight to get her back as his manager. I don't know. We had Zack Ryder versus Buddy Murphy. So this is the second part of the preview of the TLC match, Aleister Black versus Buddy Murphy. So we got Black win over Tozawa. In this match, Buddy Murphy won over Zack Ryder. And then we see Kevin Owens tracks down a black SUV that is, he suspects, is the AOP's transportation. And he goes to open up the back, and AOP are not in there. They attack him before he can see who it is. And once he's been beaten up, grounded to a pulp, it's revealed it was Seth Rollins in the back of the car. What a liar. He goes out to the arena, explains himself, sort of, kind of. He says that he was telling the truth before. He had nothing to do with the AOP, but because everybody was being such jerks, audience especially, that it forced him to change his path and walk alongside the AOP. So what is their goal now? Just to make everyone mad? I guess we'll find out at some point. He doesn't have an official match. It's got to be Kevin versus Seth at TLC. I assume. I don't know. We'll find out on Sunday, or maybe right before Sunday. Then we have Becky versus the Kabuki Warriors. Becky wins via disqualification, I think, or it's a no count. I don't know, but Asuka ends up hitting Becky with a chair, and then an insane elbow through a table. They just start pulling out all the stops, and then they even attack Charlotte backstage. Oh man, the insane elbow through a table. I'm looking forward to seeing that on Sunday. Whether I'm actually there or not, I'm looking forward to seeing it on TV if I don't actually go to the show. But yeah, that's gonna be awesome. So we see, after they've both been attacked, we see Becky and Charlotte back in the trainer's room, getting mended from the beatings they've taken. And Charlotte says, well, so what's that's the Kabuki Warriors. First, they challenge Becky and Charlotte to challenge them. And so then we see them backstage and say, well, yeah, let's do it. And Becky says, ladders, tables, chairs, tables, ladders, chairs. Wrong order. So there we go. It's official. It'll be a tables, ladders, chairs match, and we get a recap from the Monday after the weekend update, telling us about all of these matches. But that is after Rowan had a match against another local guy. The local guy stole his cage and ran up to the entrance ramp. And while Rowan was checking on the cage, he ran back into the ring and got the referees start counting. And Rowan got back in time, though, and then just absolutely destroyed the guy. And then he tells the cage, I took care of it. What is in there? If it's a human, that is so cruel. But I think it's a puppy. It's got to be a puppy. A cute little beagle puppy. And then we have the Monday after weekend update with the Street Profits. They run down all of the matches that have been made so far, which include Bray Wyatt versus The Miz, something else, the Kabuki Warriors versus Becky and Charlotte. I don't know. I don't know why I was making that noise, but yeah, I am. By the way, I'm recording this at 5 a.m. My sleep has been way out of whack. Is like for a while now, anyway. But yeah, I'm gonna go to sleep after this. It is Wednesday morning as I'm recording this. I figured, what's the point in watching live if I'm gonna fall behind on actually recording the episodes? So I gotta get this talked about before NXT later tonight. Let's see. And then our main event, with great stuff. AJ Styles versus Rey Mysterio. Go watch this match. It was awesome. But Randy Orton makes an appearance. He's enough of a distraction that Ray gets the win there right at the end of the. This is for the United States Championship, so Ray's defending the championship, and the episode ended like, my feed like buffered for a second and then skipped ahead, and so it really cut off like right at the end, like it cut off mid word, from my perspective, but I feel like they probably at least got to finish that last word before the broadcast ended. But Rey Mysterio is still the champion, but I could see this being this continuing on Sunday in some fashion. But is Randy actually on Ray's side? He tweeted some really complimentary things about him, so it seems, but. A viper is gonna pull the grass up over his eyes as much as he can. That's not a saying at all, but I think you get my meaning, perhaps. But it's 5:30 a.m. So I'm gonna stop this episode and go to sleep for a little bit, or stay awake for another half hour and go get some delicious breakfast, because that's when most of the fast food restaurants open up at 6 a.m. But anyway, let me know what you thought about this episode. I'll be talking about on the SmackDown episode this week. That's when I'll talk all my predictions for TLC, because I assume we'll have most matches announced by then. So stay tuned for that. Of course, I'll be talking about the this week's NXT. I really wish I could be there in person for this week's and next week's episodes, but it's it's not. It's more important that I get ready for moving to a different apartment next week. So January is going to be chock full of going to a ton of NXT, other shows. You got the Royal Rumble and all of that. So, yeah. Let me know what you thought about this episode of Raw by tweeting me at TIW Podcast. Go to TIWpodcast.com for more reviews. If you enjoyed this episode or anything else on the site, please share some links with your friends. Subscribe on iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, YouTube, wherever you like to listen. Stay safe out there in all the infinite multiverses, and I'll see you next time here on TIW Podcast. Bye.